Good morning. Today's topic is Banker's algorithm for evidence of deadlock. We completed data structures for the Banker's algorithm and how Banker's algorithm introduction. Now, what is safety algorithm? Already I told you uh, the system must be in either safe state or unsafe state. Hope you know safe state means the system is not in a deadlock state, deadlock, then the system is in safe state. Unsafe state means the system may or may not occurrence of deadlock, then it is called unsafe state. See here, safety algorithm. When we use this algorithm to find out whether or not a system is in safe state, this algorithm can be described as follows. Here, let work and finish be the vectors of length m and n respectively. Once again, work and finish. These are nothing but variables or vectors of length m and m. Length of work is m and length of finish is n respectively. Work is equal to available. Finish of I is equal to false initially for I is equal to 0, 1 to up to n minus 1. This is an algorithm for safety algorithm for banker's algorithm. Find I such that both finish of I is equal false or up to finish of I is equal false. Need of I less than or equal to work. Need of I less than or equal to how it is. We see a good example in the upcoming slides. If no such I exists, go to step 4. Until the completion of I values, after completion of I values, it goes to step 4. If finish of I is equal true for all I, then the system is in a safe state. Then next, if it doesn't no such I, then work is equal to work plus allocation. Finish of I is equal to true and go to step 2. These steps are repeatedly executed until I finishes its values, right? We see next resource request allocation allocation algorithm for process PI. Request of I is equal to request vector for process PI. If request of I of j is equal to k, then process PI wants k instance of resource type Rj. One more time, request of I is equal to request vector of process PI. That is, if request of request I of j is equal to k means PI process PI wants k instances of resource type Rj. Here already I told you instances means number. K instances of resource type Rj means 3 instances of printer or 4 instances of scanner or 5 instances of CPUs, like that. Here this is a algorithm. If request of I less than or equal to need of I, go to step 2. See, always request of I must be less than or equal to need of I, go to step 2. Otherwise raise error condition since process has exceeds its maximum claim. Already we get a number of maximum resources of particular instance types for a process it completes execution. So if it has some resource types and there is a need of some other, so that request of I less than or equal to need of I, then go to step 2 mean it is okay, the condition is true, and go to step 2. If request of I less than or equal to available, go to step 3. Okay, otherwise PI must wait since resources are not available. So first condition is whatever the maximum resources which you need to complete its execution greater, then we can simply say raise an error, and since process has exceeds its maximum claim, otherwise we go to step 2. In step 2, request of I less than or equal to available. Okay, first condition is true, and then it goes to check the condition 2, which is you have to request of your maximum, but those requested resources are not available at that time. Go to step 3. Available less than or equal to available, go to step 3. Pretend to allocate request resources to PI by modifying the states as follows. So we have to allocate. So allocate చేసామంటే ఆటోమేటిక్గా మళ్ళీ చేంజ్ చేయాలి. అవైలబుల్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు అవైలబుల్ మైనస్ రిక్వెస్ట్, allocation is equal to allocation plus request, need of I is equal to need minus request. Okay, so suppose if the second condition is false, it must be wait until the resources are available, right? Otherwise PY must wait since resources are not available. So until the availability of resources, PI must be wait. So if stay safe, the resources are allocated to PI. If unsafe state, PI must wait, and the old resources allocation state is restored. So before going to allocate here the resources for process PI, it must be check the condition whether it goes to safe state or unsafe state. So after allocation of resources to process PI, if it goes to unsafe state, then it must be wait until the older resources are available. Otherwise it allocate the resources. Examples of Banker's algorithm. See, if you are seeing these two algorithms, this is resource request allocation and e-safety algorithm. We see with these examples. See examples of Banker's algorithm. Before going to watch this video, you need to put a paper and pen with you, because we have some calculations here, right? 5 processes P0 through P4. We have 5 processes and 3 resource types. We have 3 resource types. A resource is 10 instances we have, B resources is 5 instance we have, and C resource is 7 instance we have. Here instance means one more time, A is a resource of type printer. 10 printers are available. B is another resource, we call it as B is feel it as a scanner. We have 5 scanners available. C, 7 CPUs are available. So these are the resources. Okay, instance means how many number of resources of particular type is available. A snapshot at time t0, someone at what particular place or a particular time. See allocation. First we have to observe allocation maximum available. So by using this we can find the need. See first maximum. See maximum means the maximum number of resource types for process P0 to complete its execution. First you observe the maximum column here, A, B, C, P0, P1, P2, P3, P4. See, you observe one more time. For process P0 to complete its execution, the maximum number of resources are needed. Type A 7, type B 5, type C 3. Okay, And then comes to available resources are A type 3, B type 3, C type 2. And allocation means already the process P0 is allocated or assigned, already assigned process for A type 0, B type 1, C type 0. So by using these three columns, we need to find the needed resources for completes its execution of process P0. Right? One more time. Simple. I would like to give a simple example. నా ప్రాసెస్ execute for the process of executing my process, I want to need maximum resources are 753. ఓకే, నాకు 7 ప్రింటర్స్ కావాలి, రైట్, 5 స్కానర్స్ కావాలి, 3 CPUs కావాలి. ఓకే, for purpose of execution of my process, I want to need 7 printers. I mean, A is printer, B is scanner, C is CPU. Okay, I want to need 7 printers, 5 scanners and 3 CPUs. Okay, I already allocated only one scanner, I mean A0, B1, C0. That means I cannot allocate any printers. I can allocate one scanner and I cannot allocate any CPUs. Okay, adi allocation. And available means available ante mean free ga, I mean available resources are, we have 3 printers are available and 3 scanners are available and 2 CPUs are available. So what are the needed resources to complete its execution means you have to subtract max minus allocation, then we get a needed resources. Is it or not? Okay, see 753 కావాలి, 010 allocate అయ్యింది. So needed resources are, you have to subtract it from max minus allocation, you get needed resources. Here available means, why we have available means మీకు కావాల్సిన వాటిని you need to check with availability. So we have a needed of 743 because 753, so one scanner is already available, so 743 is needed to complete its execution, but the availability of resources are not at that time for execution of process P0 because the availability of resources are 332. Okay, so here we have to follow a safety algorithm, right? Means you need to check and write safe sequence, mean in what sequence we have to execute the process, the system goes to safe state. So if you go with P0, there is no way of executing the process P0 because the availability of resources are 332, but the needed resources are 743, but because one is already available allocated, so it is not possible to execute P0. So we need to check one another resource like that. So in which sequence you have to execute the process, the system is in safe state. So we go with see the needed resources are the content of the max matrix need is defined to be max minus allocation. Maximum minus allocation అయితే we have to get needed resources because 743 P0 is 743, P1 we have max 322, 2 is mean 122, so that is 122 like that. P2 600, P3 011, P4 431, right? So just simply we have to subtract the maximum number of maximum minus allocation, we get the needed resources. Here the system is in safe state since the sequence P1, P3, P4, P2, P0 satisfies the safety criteria. See, the system is in safe state. If you want to place the system in a safe state, there is a need to execute the process in this sequence. We have to check it once. First, here safe sequence means P1, P3, P4, P2, P0. Okay, once again the needed resources are once again 743 122, 743 122, 600 011 431, that is P0, P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay, here available, what are the available resources? 332. So first we have to check, is it possible to execute P0? No. Why? Because the needed resources for a complete its execution of P0 is 743, but the available resources are only 332. So it is not possible to execute P0 because P0 needed 743 for a complete its execution, but the available resources are only 332. So then we have to check second process, I mean process P1. What are the needed resources to complete its execution of process P1? 1, 2, 2. I mean 1 printer, 2 scanners and 2 CPUs. So you need to check with the availability of resources. Availability of resources are 332. So the needed resources for complete its execution is 1, 2, 2. So no problem. So we have to execute process P1 first. Please observe carefully, right? We have to execute process P1 completely. So P1 is executed. So process sequence you observe P1 first, right? Then see, after completion of execution of process P1, it releases its resources because it is executed completely. So process P1 needed resources are 1, 2, 2, and it contains the resources P1 200. So you need to add it, right? One more time, availability 200, and it needs what are the needed resources? 122. So 2, 2, 3, 322, right? 322 resources are released by process P1. So you need to add these resources to an existing available resources. Existing available resources are 332. So you need to add 322. So the result is 4, 3 to 5, and 654 resources are available. One more time. Process P1 already contains 200 resources, and the resources which are needed to complete its execution, I mean need are 1, 2, 2. So available resources are 332. So we need to execute process P1. P1 is executed. So after completes its execution, the process P1 releases its resources. releases its resources. So now 332 plus 200 plus 122. So now the available resources are 654. Then we have to check process P2. Process P2. So we need to check with process P3, P2, process P2, P3, 0, 11. So it is possible to execute. So remaining the available resources are 322. So 322 is possible with P3 because 0, 11. And then process P4, 4331 are needed. So 322 plus 011. 322 plus 011. So 333 and plus 1, 433. So process P4 is executed. Then P2 600. So next P0. This is called a safe sequence. So by using these sequence we can execute the processes. We can get a safe sequence method, right? We have to see one more example by tomorrow.